Ryder, for starters, man, just how's your camp going? I guess where are you lining up, and how's your health?
Camp's been going great so far. I've been playing. I'm playing some tackle, some threes, some 2-eye, and then I've also started getting some reps at end as well. 5 tech, 6 tech. So just moving around, just trying to play whatever the team needs me to play right now. And my health, I'm
Yeah.
feeling great. I had the knee injury. I'm feeling 100% back from that. So I'm feeling great.
Have you gotten hit on the knee yet? A lot of times we see guys come back and they're waiting for that first contact to really kind of turn loose.
Oh yeah, it's already been tested. So I've I'm confident in it now. I've had that kind of first those little times where you kind of you don't know maybe, and it's like I've already pushed through all of that. So I feel great about it.
Okay, we'll go to Nate.
Ryder, what's it like kind of being the old head on that line now? And I guess what have you seen from some of the new guys, be it Clowney or Tavis Robinson or any of those guys?
It's just trying to be whatever they need me to be. Trying to be a leader. Just trying to bring some of the young guys along because we're gonna need some young guys to play this year. So just trying to help them come along. And I've seen they've answered all the calls. They've been doing everything that we ask of them. B-Mac, Brandon Mack, he's been doing great. Clowney's been showing some really good things. Tavius has come in, fresh, and he picked up. He caught up on the playbook like the second day he was here. Like real smart guy. So we see some good things.
All right, Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, Ryder, I wanted to switch gears for a second. I know you've been one of the leaders on the team when it comes to activism, leading rallies down there. And I want to get your thoughts on the Jacob Blake incident that's recently happened. A lot of prominent athletes have come out and talked about that in the last couple of days. And I just wanted to get your take on that. If you guys as a team have already talked about that, and if you guys plan on doing anything, as a united front when you see situations like this happen?
I mean, we haven't talked about it all together as a team yet, but obviously we've talked amongst ourselves a little bit, and what happened was completely inexcusable, and that's why you see everything that's going on in the Black community right now. That's why everyone's so frustrated, it's because that stuff has been happening and it's continuing to happen. So it's just that's just something we're gonna have to continue to fight against.
All right, Nick, we'll go to you.
Yeah, Ryder, 3 schemes in 3 years for this defense now. Just what's different about this one, and why do you think it's going to work a little better than the last 2 years when the defense maybe struggled?
Because I just think that the players are starting to buy into it more this year. I feel really comfortable about the group of guys that we have right now. I'm really confident, and I just feel like there's nothing wrong with the schemes that we ran in the past. It's just at the end of the day, it comes down to the players executing. And as a team, we didn't execute. We haven't executed up to our full potential. But this year, I feel like we're buying in, and I feel like we're ready to execute.
Do you have an example of what that buy-in is like?
It's just putting in the time and effort to really understand your job and make sure that everyone does their job. And then, on top of that, it's the little things that, outside looking in, you see the bust, you see missed tackles and stuff. That's part of the game. But there's things that you can control always, and that's, your effort, running to the ball, your urgency to get lined up. And then, we're really focusing on those little things to make us a better defense.
All right, we'll go to Nate.
Kind of just going off that, a couple of guys on the offense have mentioned that kind of the staff puts more of an emphasis on teaching you why you're doing things, not just what you need to do. Is that kind of the same way on the defense when it comes to learning the new scheme?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that, because our coaches in the past did a great job, and that's why I say I do put that on us as players you know, and not executing, you know what I'm saying? And but, you know, on the other hand, I am really comfortable and confident with the coaching staff and with the players this year. Like, you know, it just feels like everyone's more on the same page, and we're receiving the coaching a lot better this year.
All right, Parrish, go ahead.
Hey, Ryder, Jerrion was talking to us about how he'd like to get better. What do you think, just watching him from the other side, what makes him so elusive?
So, you know, his change in speed to me, you know, he could be reading his gap 1 second, and then, you know, one cut and he's out the gate, or he shifts his speed and he's gone. So to me, it's just his elusiveness and his ability to change speed so quickly.
We saw you guys last year make really big strides against the run, defend the run a lot better. The last 2 games, they seem to be problematic, I guess, LSU and Mississippi State. Do you feel like, and I know you were an observer at this point, do you feel like you guys just kind of got tired at the end, or why do you think y'all fell off the mark a little bit late in those games?
You know, it's really, I really can't say, you know, just because, you know, I wasn't out there, so I don't like to, you know, speak on what was going on. You know, it could have been a number of things, you know what I'm saying, that was going on with the players who are actually playing. But, you know, with me not playing, you know, it's kind of hard for me to tell.
All right, we'll go back to Nick.
You mentioned playing that 2-eye, that 3 a little bit. Have you ever played inside before, or is this kind of a transition where you're learning how to play tackle for the first time?
I mean, I played inside with Coach Mack's defense. You know, I was playing the kind of that 4-eye, you know, a couple passing downs. I come out to 3 and stuff like that. So it's not completely new. It's kind of the same, you know, it's the same stances and stuff like that. Same, you know, baseline. So it's not just completely foreign to me, but, you know, my weight's up, my strength is, you know, higher than it's ever been. So I'm pretty comfortable in there.
Who else is working inside with you?
Inside I got KD at nose, LD playing some tackle, Hal, Quinnen just started getting some tackle reps from in. So, yeah.
All right, James, go ahead.
Hey, Ryder. I know someone asked kind of about the Jacob Lake situation, but and everyone kind of knows that you're pretty outspoken when it comes to activism, especially in the Black Lives Matter movement and the march on the square this past summer about the monument. Can you talk a little bit about the fence that they put up to obstruct the view of the statue from the practice field, and just talk about how you and the guys on the team are feeling about that?
Well, you know, whenever we came out to the field and, you know, we saw it, you know, it's kind of in plain sight for us. And so, you know, that was a really big issue, you know, it's upsetting. But what I will say is, you know, we went to Keith, and, you know, he was on top of it, you know what I'm saying? Like he started working on it immediately, you know, he's like, I understand completely. And they actually had already seen it themselves and were actually already working on it. So, you know, we were really happy with, you know, their quick response to help us out, and, you know, well, I mean, I would say hear us out, and you know, get that barrier put up so that we can't see it.
Anything else for Ryder?
Yeah, if I could follow up really quickly. So I know this screen is only temporary. Do you have an idea of what you would like to happen in regards to that, or has there been any discussion as to a more permanent solution to that problem?
Well, being that, you know, due to some of the laws and stuff, I'm not gonna get into all of that, but you know, it can't. Of course, I would love for it to just be moved off campus, but, you know, that can't necessarily happen right now because of those laws. But I think they've talked about, you know, a tree, like just putting like a really big tree that's gonna block it off completely, or maybe a couple trees, and that's kind of the point of the screen right now, is because, you know, obviously getting the trees in there's gonna take some time. So until then, we got the screen.